Hello everybody, my name is Bill Berquist and here is my brand new 2017 Jeep Patriot Sport. Just got it about a week and a half ago. Has very few miles on it. It is brand new. It's a 2017 model, which means I got it at a pretty good price. They had a handful of Patriots left on the lot. I was going to get something else, but this was such a good price I went ahead and just jumped on it. Has practically no miles on it, but I have had it for a week. Let's take a look at the interior. Here is the dash. This is an automatic transmission, which I haven't had in over 20 years. Every car I've had the last 20 years has been a stick shift, 4-speed, 5-speed. So I'm very happy to have an automatic. This does have auto stick, where I can treat it like a stick shift if I want to, but there's no clutch. But I don't anticipate ever using that. Real simple dash. The dash is a little high for me. I'm kind of a short guy. The dash is a little high for me, but it's not that bad. I'm getting used to it. Whenever you buy a new car, there's always a couple things you don't like about it that you kind of discover over time, and that's one of them. Is the dash is a little high. The windows are a little on the low side. There's lots of blind spots in here, so I'm extra careful. You can see right there in the corner there, all the molding in the body frame, the body chassis. It does have a lot of blind spots, so I am extra careful. But it's a great car. I love it. It's my very first SUV. I got some nice seat covers for it to help the seats stay protected and clean. There's my dash again. I've got cruise control on the steering wheel. I got a pretty good stereo. It's a little dated. I don't have any USB ports, but I do have an auxiliary port, so I can play my MP3 player. I wish it did have a USB port, but oh well. I have my MP3 player. I'm happy with that. All automatic windows. One feature I do like are the big side view mirrors, and they do have a defrost on there, so I can actually, when I turn on the rear defroster, the side view mirrors defrost as well, which I think is a very cool feature. And the very large mirrors, I like that a lot. I have a pretty big review mirror with a camera on it, which I bought separately. So if I want to videotape my poor driving habits, I guess I can do that if I want to. Let's look at the back here. The back isn't very roomy at all. In fact, it's pretty cramped. You could seat four adults in the whole vehicle. Of course it's 5, but 5 would be pretty cramped. It does have a pretty cramped back, but I'm in this vehicle most of the time by myself. Let's have my lovely wife Stephanie with me. And not a whole lot of room. Pretty cool cup holders. I've got cup holders up here too. I don't know if you can see them. And they're lighted. When I turn the headlights on, there's like a blue ring inside the cup holders, which I think is pretty cool. Let's go back to the back tailgate here. A pretty big tailgate. Lots of storage back here. I do have a full spare tire, which is very cool. I got some containers and some tubs to keep all my junk in there, all my emergency road equipment, jumper cables, things like that. I'm trying to keep this car nice and clean, as opposed to my last car, which was nothing but a complete mess. So I'm trying to keep things organized. I have 16-inch tires. It is cherry red, or dark cherry red is the official color. It looks pretty cool. I got a glove box, obviously. A nice cubby hole to keep stuff that I'm grabbing on all the time. Lots of little storage cubby holes up here in the front, in the doors, in the center. The glove box, above the glove box, has a cell phone holder or a smartphone holder right there. Keep my glasses in there usually. And here is the engine. Here's that standard 7 gap grill that Jeeps are notorious for having, or famous for having, and the round headlights. I've got fog lamps if I need them. Nice brand new engine. Very easy to check the oil, very easy to check the fluids. All the fluids are great, obviously. It's a brand new vehicle. I really like it. I watched a lot of videos on this car on YouTube before purchasing, and one of the top things people say is wrong with it is the how loud it is. And I've driven it now for about a week and a half, and I don't notice how loud it is. I've always had small cars, And they've always been loud, so I guess I'm just used to loud vehicles. But I don't notice it at all. The biggest thing I noticed is how the windows are kind of crushed and low. They're rectangular and not square, which makes the viewing area a lot less than my previous cars. And there's lots of blind spots right there in the center and right there in the back. So I make sure I'm very, very careful when I'm driving this vehicle. Let me lower the hood here. And there it is from the front. Good angle shot there. Very nice vehicle. I like it a lot. A little bit getting used to. It's a little big for me. Gas mileage is mediocre. I was able to keep my veteran's license plate. Trying not to show the actual license number. I am a U.S. veteran, so I like to keep that. Very happy with that. But overall, I'm very, very happy with this vehicle so far. Not great on gas mileage. Looks like I'm getting about between 23 and 25 miles to the gallon. I'm used to 30, 35 in my smaller cars, but I just watch my driving habits and slow things down, don't speed, and I'll be good to go. Okay, so there is my 2017 Jeep Patriot. Very great car. Have a great day.